7 proper seats, a huge boot, impressive electric range, fast charging, simply clever touches with enough comfort and technology to make driving a bit more special. This is the Peaq. Hello, I'm Steve Fowler. I'm an automotive journalist and a Škoda owner. Now, Škoda's on something of an electric roll right now. It already has the impressive Enyaq and Enyaq Coupe, the Elroq, which has been a big hit, and it seems like only yesterday I was looking around the new small electric SUV, the aptly named Epiq. Now, it's the Peaq, the brand's new electric flagship. Its biggest SUV ever, and importantly, its first all-electric model with 7 proper seats. Having spent plenty of time with the car and even driven a prototype, here's everything you need to know. It'll go up to 395 miles on a full charge and costs from £51,980. If you're thinking it's just a bigger Škoda with a bigger battery, think again, because it's a car with lots of clever features too. Let's have a proper look around. Let's start with the design and the presence this car has. It's nearly 4.9 meters long, so it's substantial, but it doesn't look bulky. That's nearly 1.5 centimeters longer than the Kodiaq and even longer than the Superb. At the front, you've got this glossy black tech deck face with illuminated vertical details in some trims that camouflage important safety sensors underneath. Then there are these slim, very striking T-shaped lights with the main headlights hidden lower down. The Peaq is Škoda's largest SUV ever, but it has been designed very carefully to make the most of its size. The long wheelbase at almost 3 meters is what helps create all that room inside. And although it's a large family SUV, it's surprisingly aerodynamic. I mentioned these flush door handles, another Škoda first worth taking a closer look at. When the car is locked or moving, they sit neatly into the bodywork. But as you approach with the key, they pop out to greet you, or you can pop them out manually. It's a touch that makes the car feel really premium before you even get inside. Around the back, the clean look continues with those T-shaped lights and Škoda lettering across the tailgate. But the really important bit is what's behind it. With all 7 seats in place, there is 299 litres of luggage space. Fold the third row down and you get 890 litres, a big jump. But fold down the second row as well and you've got a truly enormous 2,075 litres of space. Push chairs, bikes, camping gear, flat back furniture, luggage, a trip to the garden centre. The Peaq is built to be prepared for anything and everything. And being a Škoda, there are plenty of thoughtful little touches. Like this socket here. This is vehicle to load or V2L, which means you can use energy from the car's battery to power other things. So you can charge an e-bike, run camping equipment or power a laptop, all from a 3-pin socket. There is even a virtual pedal on this electric tailgate that you can open and close with just a wave of your foot. And we haven't finished looking at the storage yet. This is the Peaq's 37-litre front boot. It's the ideal place for your charging cables to keep them easily accessible and not buried under piles of luggage in the back. Right, let's get inside because the real magic of the Peaq is just how much space there is for people. Now, this bit matters. Can adults actually use the third row? Well, I am nearly 6 feet tall and nearing my cardigan wearing years. Not only is it easy to get in, I'm also comfortable inside. There's proper headroom and legroom, meaning adults can travel without feeling as though they've drawn the short straw. The Peaq isn't just a 5-seater with a couple of emergency seats in the boot, it's a genuine 7-seater. There's even a USB port back here, and anyone who's travelled with teenagers will understand that could be one of the most important features in the entire car. In the middle row, there is loads of space too, even in the middle seat, and that's thanks to the car's long wheelbase. You can even remove the clever centre console down there too. And then there is this. This is the biggest panoramic roof ever fitted to a Škoda. It's huge and it has this clever feature called dynamic shade control. The glass roof is split into 9 separate sections and you can adjust how much light comes through each one. So you can let lots of light in, you can shade the people in the back or make it dark if the sun is low and somebody is trying to have a nap. Right, let's get into the front. This is where the Peaq really feels like a new generation of Škoda. The first thing you notice is this lovely 13.6-inch touchscreen. It's the first vertically mounted display Škoda has used in a production car, and it's the main digital hub for the whole car. The system is Android-based, so it's quick, easy to personalise and gives you access to Škoda's own apps, along with apps like Spotify, YouTube and Google Maps. There's this adjustable armrest that you can put your elbow on to stabilise your hand when you're using the screen. Now cleverly, any controls you have to press are at the bottom of the screen within easy reach of your fingers. The top half is just there as a display. I really like that. However, this isn't a car that makes you do everything through a screen. There are proper buttons like these nice toggles to control the aircon, and the whole layout has been designed to be easy to use while driving. You also have an over 10-inch driver display behind the steering wheel, buttons on the wheel too, and an augmented reality head-up display will be available later. There's a mobile digital key too, so you can use your smartphone or your smartwatch instead of a physical key. That's handy if the car is shared between different people because you can simply share access and skip the game of who had the key last. There are, of course, lots of little Škoda details that make the everyday easier. There's illuminated 25-watt wireless charging for 2 phones, kept in place with QI2 technology like a universal version of MagSafe. You've also got a foldable table, a display cleaner, a parking ticket holder and a USB socket in the rearview mirror for a dash cam. The Peaq is also the first Škoda to get wipers with integrated washers, cleaning the windscreen more effectively and using less washer fluid. Great! Now this is where the Peaq goes beyond practicality. The optional Relax package turns the cabin into a lounge on wheels with reclining, massage front seats with ergonomic footrests. If you're charging, having a break on a long drive or simply parked up somewhere with a view, the Peaq is somewhere you can genuinely relax. Then there's this sound system made by one of my favourite audio companies, Sonos. Not only am I a geek, I also used to edit What Hi-Fi, so I appreciate a great audio system. When I was at the Peaq launch, I had to track down the man from Sonos and listen to some music. It sounded great. There are 16 speakers arranged throughout the car for maximum effect. It's been developed specifically for the Peaq to make everything from podcasts and radio to music and films sound properly immersive. There's great clarity, plenty of punch and good separation of sounds around the car. Personally, I would make sure I had the Sonos system on board. Now let's talk electric driving. The Peaq has the biggest battery ever fitted to a Škoda electric car. In the UK, you get an 86 kilowatt-hour battery, and the rear-wheel drive Peaq 90 can travel up to 395 miles on a charge. That's a serious amount of range. When you do need to charge, the Peaq can charge at up to 199 kilowatts on a suitable rapid charger. That takes you from 10 to 80% charge in around 28 minutes. In practice, that's a coffee, a comfort break, maybe a snack, and you're ready to go. You can have your Peaq with rear or all-wheel drive. The four-wheel drive Peaq 90X has 299 brake horsepower, and you can get from 0 to 62 miles per hour in 6.8 seconds. That's plenty quick enough for a 7-seat family SUV. And because it's electric, that response is there straight away when you need it. The Peaq also gets one-pedal driving. Put it into B mode, and as you lift off the accelerator, the car slows down and puts energy back into the battery. Safety is a big part of the Peaq, as you'd expect for a family car. It has 10 airbags as standard, including a center airbag and rear side airbags. There are also loads of innovative features that come as standard. So many, in fact, that if I try to list them all here, I'll run out of breath. But make sure you read up on them because they are impressive. You can even add on more fantastic features. All that information is on the Peaq configuration webpage. Higher spec cars can add Travel Assist 3.0, Škoda's most advanced assistance system yet. There's also Top Area View 360 degrees, which gives you an overhead view around the car and lets you see a transparent 3D image of the car too. That's really handy when you're trying to park in a tight spot. And if you don't fancy parking, Park Assist can help take the stress out of tricky maneuvers. The Peaq takes all the things people love about Škoda: clever practicality, loads of space, useful technology, and sensible ideas, and it takes all that to another level. It's big, clever, comfortable, good-looking, and seriously capable. And as far as I'm concerned, that makes it a very fitting new Škoda flagship.